Good morning. My name is Daniel Wagner and I have recorded a short video for you. I will be one of the speakers in 2 weeks' time at the Ultimate Marketing Seminar. That's me. Daniel Wagner. Actually, that's not me, that's my name, and that's maybe a distinction I should make anyway. Why am I talking to you? Because 3 years ago I was broke, I was in debt, I was miserable, I was really upset with life, and I was also sick. So how come I'm sitting here today as somebody who is healthy, wealthy, and happy? And I thought it might be worth for you sharing, because you might be in a place right now where you want to change one of those things in your life, where you either want to have more time, more money, better relationships. How did I do it? What is the A to B? What's the turnaround? And I think it's very important when you come to that workshop, that you, when you come to the seminar, that you have a clear objective. Why are you going there? What do you want out of it? Now, I personally invested over $100,000 in the last 3 years in my own education, in my business education, to further what I'm doing. And I want to share with you in the next 4 minutes or 5 minutes what worked for me and what didn't work for me. Now, you're most likely going to go there to educate yourself and make a choice about how you're going to further your dreams, how you're going to go from A to B, just like I did. And some things worked really well for me, some didn't. And I want to give you the breakdown. What worked for me really well is, when I look back, some people I worked with and I had great results. Why? Other people I worked with, I didn't get any results. Why? Here are my 4 tips for you making those choices, and maybe you can use those as parameters on those 3 days making your choice. Number 1, and this is maybe a funny one for you, but I think it's important, at least it was for me. Like. Work with people only if you like them. Okay? I would not work with anybody in my life unless I like them. And you know what the funny thing is? We normally like people who are like ourselves. Yeah? And this is important, because if you spend time educating yourself, working with somebody, you need to like them, because you're going to spend time with them. And life's too short to work with people you don't like. If you got a job right now, maybe you don't have that choice. But right now, you should have a choice. My life right now, I don't work with anybody I don't like. You know, I only work a few days a week. It's my own business. I do whatever I want from wherever I want to do it with. I'm financially free. My passive income pays for my little lifestyle. And that's all good. So number 1 criteria, work with people you like. So if you choose that program, make sure you like the person. Number 2, very, very important, do equals say. Now, what does that stand for? I want you to be sure that people actually do what they say and say what they do. Now, there's a lot of good education out there, but make sure that people actually follow what they preach. And that's a very simple strategy, but it's very not always common. Let's put it that way. So if you work with somebody, make sure they actually make their money from what they say. And we all make money from education. Every speaker on the stage will sell an education program, but make sure that this works for you. The next thing is a bit of a funny one, again, like the first one, which is like, is trust. Don't work with people unless you trust them. And it might sound obvious to you, but it might not be so easy for you to evaluate that. Now, I would go with trust on my gut instinct. How many times in your life have you had a gut feeling that something wasn't quite right, and later in life it turned out to be that way? And how many other times did you trust something was good and it turned out that way? Now, this means simply you can trust your gut feeling. So if you have a gut feeling, go with it, alright? If you feel something's not quite right, there's a good chance it isn't, yeah? And this is your own gut feeling. That's for different people. Make your own decisions based on what you want to be, what you want out of it, okay? The last thing I want to share with you, and that's really, really crucial, at least it was for me. If I look back at those $100,000 invested, some gave me immense returns on my money and time. Others gave me less or none, okay? And the reason is, I believe, looking back, type. Type, I mean, what kind of learning style are you? What learning type are you? What type of education is offered to you? Now, if you love having hands-on coaching with you, one-to-one, then don't buy into the home study system where they got no support. If you know you work best if there's somebody in the room you can ask, then maybe a workshop type, an experiential type is right for you. My personal preference, experiential. I learn the best if I put myself 3 days in a room or 4 days in a room with somebody and I just go through the motions. I follow the step by step. I commit 100%. The breakthroughs you can make in a few days like that is just incredible. And that's what works for me. That's why I designed my education programs that way. I teach people in the room, not because it's the easiest for me, because it gives the best results to people who are like me. And obviously that's really what I'm aiming for. The last bit on the type, very important, how technical are you? Don't sign up for a program or course that is too technical for you. I personally aim my courses at absolute beginners, people who mainly have a passion for change, have a mission, have a vision of what they want to bring to the world, and that's the main asset. If you're a PHP programmer and you know HTML inside out, then maybe my course won't be for you. Most likely it won't. But if you're a beginner, if you want to use the internet to make money, bring your vision to the world, bring your mission to the world, if you know your A to B, the change that you want, then I'm sure the system that I've trialed and taught now over the last 3 years can help you. So let me do a quick summary for you here. First of all, A to B. Make sure that you are clear about your A to B, okay? You need to know what you want out of the workshop. Make sure you write it down, set your intention. Number 2, work with people you like. Only with people you like. You will have a choice of many speakers. Don't work with somebody you don't like. Number 3, make sure that they do what they say and say what they do. Simple, but makes sense. Next one, make sure you can trust them. Trust, as I said earlier, will be mainly based on your gut feeling, gut instinct. Trust your gut instinct to trust somebody, okay? Last thing, make sure it's right for your learning type. If you love learning in an environment, in a small group, then sign up for the small group workshop. Don't sign up for the 1,000 people worldwide webinar system, yeah? If you like support like me, if you want to ask questions and get answers like me, then that might be the right choice for you. Please make sure you make a decision though, because nothing will change unless you change what you do. If you want different results, you've got to do different things. So you've got a great opportunity, 3 days, evaluating different people, looking at different opportunities. Do use the criteria I've just given you and make a choice. Guys, I look forward very, 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 very much seeing you in 2 weeks' time in London, in Dublin. That's me. No, that's my name. I'm Daniel Wagner, looking forward to sharing some amazing tips and tricks of how I turn my life around in a few weeks' time. All the best. See you there.